Dre long pan a topic, Ali pan a rocket. Muscle confusion in my try make logic. Dre yourself and stop it when Rochelle upon a unicorn. Common sense so coming back to base like a uniform. Wagwan. Best podcast in the broadcast. Listen when indoors, listen first class. Talk about enough things make you start laugh. Best podcast in the world. Wagwan. Best podcast in the world.
Wagwan, everybody, Wagwan.
Yeah, we're there.
Greetings from the Most High. Jesus Christ. All right, guys, just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. We have a YouTube channel. If you don't already know, now you know. The YouTube channel is the Wagwan Podcast. Please subscribe, like, and share any of our content. Feel free to tell a friend.
Yes. And if you want us to talk about something that you want to hear about, email us at wagwanpodcasts@gmail.com, WAHGWAN podcast@gmail.com. And we're also on Instagram. Follow us, comment. Yeah.
We're also found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, Amazon Music, and all your other favorite streaming platforms. If it's a platform for streaming, we are definitely on it. Make sure you check us out.
What's poppin', Dre?
Chillin', man. Chillin'.
How are we treating you so far?
It's good. I got crazy busy, and now I got time to rest, so I can't complain. Nice. How about yourself?
Yo, I'm back on my super health. I feel 100% again. No more sickness. God is good.
Great.
Hallelujah.
Yo, in the building, we got my boy X, Xavier. What's up, X?
Hey, what's going on? Pineapple Dawn. What's going on, Renee?
And we got Renee.
Hi.
We got Renee in the building. Thank you for coming on, Renee.
No problem.
Welcome back, family.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today, Mr. Baba?
Yo, today we're talking about the non-sexual turn-ons. Non-sexual turn-ons.
Word on the street is that's an oxymoron. You agree? You guys agree?
Nah, I don't agree with that.
You don't agree?
No,
Uh-oh.
I don't.
Go ahead. Renee, you agree?
No. Mm-mm.
So how else can you be turned on besides sexually? Mentally, I guess, right? Like, does something for your mind, just like, oh, this is a good person, maybe.
Emotionally too.
And I don't got to get the genitals involved. I guess that's right. I guess that's right. So, yo, let's start with the lady, of course. Renee, what are some non-sexual turn-ons for you? What's number one? What's the first one?
If he's respectful.
That goes a long way.
Manners.
Yes.
Chivalry. It's not dead, gentlemen. Okay.
Hey, I still get doors. I still gets the door.
But hold up. Let me ask you this. Should a man hold the door open consistently when the woman doesn't say thank you anymore?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
X?
Yeah, he's not doing it for the thank you. He's doing it because he adores her.
That's what he's supposed to do.
Yo, I'm gonna have to disagree with y'all. I need my flowers.
No, because I mean, that's why I need to know, like, if it's in the general public or with your significant other.
Listen, car door, front door, public door. If you used to tell me thank you for holding the door open, 6 years later, I still need to hear that thank you.
Of course.
I still need to hear that thank you, because
that should go without
now
saying.
I'm doing what I'm still supposed to be doing, but you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, acknowledging me. And it goes from I'm doing it to be nice to, oh, you supposed to do that. What you looking for praise for?
Good
And
point.
that's gonna go into my non-sexual turn on, which is words of affirmation. I love words of affirmation. Baby, you got this. I believe in you. You want to go to the moon? You could do it.
Wait, are we doing the 5 sexual signs?
Say it again. Say it
Are we
again.
doing the 5 signs of love?
I mean, if
It
that's
seems like he's a
non-sexual turn
one-trick pony.
No.
That's just one for me.
Oh man. Well, so it relates to chivalry. I do chivalry because I want to do chivalry. So if you say thank you, it's all good. If you don't say thank you, it's all good. I'm doing it because I'm a gentleman and that's what I'm supposed to do. So I don't need you to tell me thank you. I just don't need you to stress me out when I'm not telling you you look pretty all the time. I told you when I met you.
Gotcha.
Oh.
All right, so my non-sexual turn on is I don't have a word for it, so I'm going to use a couple of words. So it's when a woman has like a dignified woman, that thing turns me on. Like,
What you mean? What do you mean?
So it's hard to describe. It's something you have to see. So it's like when a woman walks in, like a woman who's confident but not overconfident. Not
I was gonna say
boastful.
confident. Yeah.
Yeah, not boastful, and she carries herself like a woman. I can't stand divas. I can't stand cocky people. I can't stand, even if you're a 10, act like you a 7, because we all could see you a 10.
Like assertiveness?
No, I don't have a problem with you being assertive. There's a difference between assertiveness and like you okay, so you know the difference between like a dignified woman and a diva. Like you know the difference. And so anything
like confident, not conceited, basically.
Correct. Yep. That's it. That's a good way to put it. Confident, not conceited.
Gotcha. I can respect that.
What about
X,
you?
what you got?
Yeah. What about you, X?
Non-sexual turn on?
That's what we talking about.
A woman. Yeah, I like for a woman to be a woman. Meaning, for me, a woman that's a nurturer. You know, I love nurturing women, you know, because that's in their nature. So if I'm doing something and I'm not sure about it, she's gonna be like, you can do it, baby. It's okay. I like that. Yeah. And I'm not crazy about public displays of affection on the highest level, kissing, tongue down the throat. No, I ain't got all that.
Is that because you shy, or is that because kids are watching?
What you do in your home is what you do in your home. You don't have to do it out in the street in front of everybody. Don't get me wrong. You can kiss someone, but just constantly every block that we walk down, no. But if it's like, well, this meeting is going to be hard, you know, and I'm walking and I'm kind of nervous, and you grab my hand and say, it's going to be okay, baby. You got this. I like that. That's, you know, nurturing. I like that.
Facts.
X, you never had a girl that you just always want her lips on your lips, bro? You're missing out, bro. You're missing out, bro.
I'm going to tell you like this. The reason I don't like public displays of affection, and Ali asked me too, is okay, if you see, and this is going to sound crazy, but I don't want you to know what I'm doing with my lady. I like for my lady to be like that woman y'all was just talking about previously, but I want her to be a slut in the bedroom. That's just what I want. I don't want everybody to see that. That's just me. I don't want a guy to get caught. Oh, she's a freak. I don't want that.
But kissing on the street don't equal freak. Kissing on the you could not have seen her in a long while. Or y'all could just
pay. But I'm talking about that kissing. You know, I don't know how you guys kiss.
Yeah, all right.
I get into it.
All right.
That's funny.
Miss Ababa next.
Oh man, non-sexual things. I'm gonna have to go in on what X just said and go in a little bit further. Yes, I love when a woman is embodying that feminine nature and not masculine. So not cursing. I try not to curse as much as possible. So I don't like when my woman curses. I don't like when she sucks her teeth. I don't like that. My grandmother used to pinch my lips every time I sucked my teeth, and now it's just embedded in me to not suck my teeth. So just embodying that feminine nature, getting your nails done. I love to look at eyeliner on a woman. I'm not really a super big fan of makeup, but eyeliner brings me back to like Nefertiti. In Egypt. I love eyeliner. Yeah.
Queen,
Yes. Even though Nefertiti killed her brothers to be in power, it's still it's still a beautiful thing. They remind me of like cats, like just that mysterious vibe with the eyeliner. Like, I don't know if you ever seen a woman without eyeliner and with, but it's a drastic difference in a good way. You know what I mean? Not 24/7, so I forget what you look like, but when you put that on, it's just like, it's beautiful. It's like, I'm more so than I'm being turned on sexually. I'm just like, wow, I'm really dealing with a queen here who can run a whole nation.
Yeah. Wow, you get all of that from eyeliner?
I'm like, damn.
I do.
That's an ad. I want to go buy some now.
Come on, bro. You working on all these sponsorships.
If the eyeliner gives that, I need it.
Listen. My wore eyeliner for the first 6 months of our relationship, and I just was like obsessed with her eyes. And then I seen her without it, and I'm gonna put the sound effects to describe it.
That's it. No more attraction.
It was like, damn, like you could have showed me you at first, and then I could have sort of add on, as opposed to pretending like it was really you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell my nephew all the time. Take a woman swimming first. You gotta see what she looks like.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious.
Shout out to the ladies, however. Yeah.
Facts. Y'all are beautiful in every shape and form.
Absolutely.
With or without the eyeliner.
Yes. What about you, Renee? What's another one for you?
Another turn on. Non-sexual turn on.
Yes.
A good communicator.
Win. Facts.
Good communication.
What does that look like? Does that look like I'm telling you my every move, or does it just look like I say I'm gonna call you at this time and I do? I'm clear. What does it look like for you?
Well, yeah, that partially, but more so like we can have a conversation and I'm not the one that's talking all the time. Like, listen to hear and understand, if that makes sense, and then be able to respond in a way that I know you heard what I said, if that makes sense.
Gotcha.
Like, not just listening to hear me. Okay, I gotcha. And then if I bring it back up, you're like, well, I wasn't really listening to what you
you just said.
Exactly.
All right. So one non-sexual turn on for me is when a woman has a smooth voice. I can't stand the high-pitched, ringy voice. I can't stand the high-pitched, naggy voice. So if you got a smooth, soft, cool voice, that's a like, you know, it's I don't know, it gels with my ears. So yeah, it makes me want to hear you more.
So you couldn't do
Big facts, Dre. Big facts. Yo,
really?
when a girl gets upset and that pitch goes super high, yo, I have disco ear. I don't know if y'all know what that is. But that is when you used to DJ or you DJ and you're super sensitive to sound. And Dre is 1,000% right. I'll take a girl with a deep voice over a high pitched voice. But that high, yo, what are you doing?
So not a soprano, but
what are you doing?
The alto.
You don't care about it.
No tenor. No tenor.
No, I'm the tenor. I'm the tenor.
For real.
We don't need.
It's
two
giving
tenors
Barry
on
White.
it.
It's definitely giving Barry White. It's giving Barry White.
Yeah. X was good.
I agree. You know, Renee definitely said how I was feeling. You know, a woman that can express herself. I like a woman who communicate in any arena, you know. Like she can be a Barack Obama, you know. She's gonna say what she says without trying to convince you. Because women are the first nurturers of children and they grow a nation. So I like for what her to say, and she's saying something, she's stating her point. It's self-sustaining.
Right.
No, it makes sense.
I said what I said. No,
you know, when you see that type of woman walk in the room and she's talking, she's not a girl masquerading around as a woman. She's a lady of ladies. She is a woman, you know. By all means, like Maya Angelou says, a woman, definitely, you know. Dominant woman, you know, that woman thing that she talks about. I like that. So I like that type of woman. Is able to state what she's going to state. She's not getting that high pitched voice and she just says it and everybody's in awe. I like that. Yeah. Because when you really think about it, that's how it was in yesteryear, especially for Black women, because you got to think of where we came from and what the Black women spoke. And the white man listened. You know, everyone listened because she was the main, you know, made sense.
And to piggyback off of both of y'all, I'm going to say that a part of communicating well is don't yell at me. Don't ever, ever, ever in your life yell at me. That there's no time that it's acceptable to yell at me unless I'm yelling at you. And I'm not going to yell at you unless your life is in jeopardy. That's the only time you're going to hear me scream ever. Another non-sexual turn on for me is
wait. I want to build on that because I get what you're saying, but at the same time,
yeah,
my mother had to yell sometimes.
Ooh.
And I don't want to be sensitive about it,
Ooh.
but
His mom.
My mom, she had to yell.
But your partner is not your mom.
Yeah, but sometimes it depends on what it is for me, because I remember those teachings of my mother. Like, say if I'm in a fight, and my brother's not really at that time, he wasn't really really grand on fighting. My mother had to say, "Get your black ass in there. What are you doing? Whoa. That's your brother." That's fine. Wow. So if it's a situation going on and your woman has to yell at you, and that's what it is. I remember
that's life or death, though. That's what I'm saying. That's life or death.
My daughter said, and this was a long time ago, this is a true story. She was I was asleep, and my then wife woke me up and said, because I'm divorced now, and she said, "Xavier, Someone's got Shanavia. Could you imagine waking up in the middle of the night in your home and your wife telling you someone has your daughter?
Oh,
Right.
man.
And then she says, the devil has her.
Bruh.
And I heard my daughter say, let me go. Get off of me.
What
she
was
said,
that actually?
The
What was
devil
that?
has her.
What was it? She was dreaming?
No, they have I had what's that? The day beds, and then you have the one with the trunk. Well, she slipped behind the day bed, and one of the springs had her, and it wouldn't let her go.
Oh my God.
And she said, the devil's got me. The devil's got me. And I woke up to this. You talk about fear. I was invoked by fear, man.
That's
I put my
crazy.
head back under the covers, and then all of a sudden, I woke up and said, oh, hell no. Well, I'm going to have to see the devil tonight. I ran in there like I didn't care. But it was like, Xavier, get up. So it depends. That's why I'm saying that. Not disrespecting your standpoint, but, you know.
Yeah.
You did say
I still think that was a life or death situation.
Yes. I had to jump short, man.
Ali, you mean like more so if
Like-
you are having, let's say,
A car is
you were
about to come.
partying.
A car is about to come, and you got to yell at me.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
You're fine with that?
Even at a party, yeah. If I'm drinking too much and I'm acting stupid, yeah, you could yell at me then.
Right. Okay, I'm with you on that. Okay, got you.
Yeah,
But not if you're.
but not if we having a conversation and you disagree with me. It don't gotta come to yelling.
I was gonna say if it's conflict, you don't
because if you
yelled
treat
at.
me like a child, then we both gonna hate. We gonna grow resentment towards each other.
Of course.
And resentment is like the relationship is done after that.
Yeah.
What you say to that, Dre? Dre, what you say to that? You gotta yell sometimes?
Well, so there's, we're intelligent people, and I know y'all hear me on here. I'll be going off the chain. So sometime, you just gotta understand if yelling to me is not a problem as long as you're not being disrespectful.
We not your partner though.
No, I'm just saying in general. So when I talk, let's say we're having a discussion, right? And I disagree with you. And we're going back and forth, we're jostling back and forth like what you normally would do in a conversation. And then I get louder and louder and louder. You can tell I'm not angry. You can tell I'm not upset. You can tell I'm not being disrespectful. So if we're having a dialogue and I'm getting loud, because us as Black people, like I tell you this before, Ali, you see Haitian people, you see African people, they sitting there looking like they're about to get in a fight. And all they're talking about was how good the gravy was on the rice. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, it's like you stressing me because my voice is loud, but that's the enthusiasm inside of me coming out in the raising of my voice. Right. I'm not being disrespectful to you. I'm not angry because half the times I'm smiling when I'm like this. Even when I disagree with you, I'm smiling. Like you can hear it in my voice. So anyway, so I don't have a huge problem with you raising your voice at me, as long as you're not being disrespectful. Disrespect to me is more important than the level of tone in your voice.
Absolutely.
You could yell, sure, go ahead. But long as you're not disrespectful, and like I said, we're intelligent enough to tell when we're disrespecting someone and when we're being disrespected. So just by the fact of you raising your voice, it doesn't offend me.
All right, let me go off on another one now. I'm gonna say if you are a mom and we are not talking, or even if we are talking and you're a mom, just seeing a woman being an amazing mother and thinking of things on another level, like to the third power of thinking, not just the superficial stuff, but to the fourth and third power of being a parent. Like that is one of the most beautiful things on this earth.
Elaborate.
Yeah, because I'm like you trying to
so
get a
like
milk.
I was talking to a I was talking to a woman with 2 kids once, and you know, she would have band-aids in her purse in case her kids got injured. She would just be thinking of the kids, like, yo, I gotta think about the kid. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. If there are kids, she started seeing her child slacking, she would get a tutor. She signed them up to YMCA to swim. Just going above and beyond for your kids is just like, that's beautiful to me.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I was gonna say, oh God, sorry, Jay.
No, go.
Tap in. Bing. For me, witnessing a man be a father, I was gonna say that.
Facts.
Too.
Oh, so
what does that look like? What does that look like?
Not having to ask the mother, can I pick her up from, okay, well, I can bring it to you from a co-parenting standpoint because I'm not in a relationship with any of my children's fathers, okay? So we could put it on that because that could look different if the man is in the household as well. You know what I mean? Not having to ask, like just offering to pick up the kids from school, or do you need some assistance going to the grocery store? Things like that, like acts of service. But in terms of being a father, like, when you have the children, like, spending time with them, not just, just engaging with them, knowing that you're having conversations with them that I don't have to facilitate, if that makes sense.
Facts. You see a problem, you fix it before I bring it up to you. Right.
Not saying, hey, so this happened. So I need you to, talk to your son, because I have a son. I have 2 daughters and 1 son. So sometimes there's things that I know his dad should touch on. So it's like, just step in and be dad, like I shouldn't have to say, well, your son is asking questions about sex. Can you please, I don't have a penis, but there's things that, I might not be able to give it to him from the masculine standpoint, because obviously I'm not a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those types of things.
It's so weird to me how some men won't have a father in their life, and those things will just be built into them to do for their kids because they didn't have it. And then some people don't have a father and they're just like, all right, let me continue with what my father didn't do. Like that's ironic to me. I'm like, how does that happen? Like, God is a comedian.
It does.
What do you mean? Explain that.
Who is laughing? Who is laughing at that?
God is he laughed at God is a comedian.
So like what?
Like my boy Court, who was just on the a couple of episodes again. He his father literally never went to one basketball game of his, and as you can see, he was super talented, played overseas. And now he is literally raising one of his sons by himself with no mother. And then you have a man who's like, didn't have a father. And then they're like, yo, I gotta babysit my child. No, nigga, you're not babysitting your child. You're watching your child. There's no such thing as babysitting when you're a father.
Cross.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, what?
Right. And exactly.
They may want payment for the babysitting of the child. That
I've heard that too. I've had a friend, and she said her father. Listen, she was scarred from this. I had a friend, and she said, my father took me out to a museum when I was younger, and he asked me for my pocket money that my mom gave me to pay to get into the museum.
It happens.
Just the bum-assness of the bum-assness.
Okay. It happens.
That's not God being a comedian. That Negro is ignorant right there. The other thing, some people are just
he's serving the devil, right?
Some people are just ignorant. That's what it is. Exactly. That's exactly what ignorance is. Serving
the Dever. The Dever. So one and please, hopefully this is not offensive. I'm not trying to offend anyone. But like when a woman thinks logically or thinks close to how a man thinks, that to me is a turn on, because you see how you just said, Renee, how like a man does something and you didn't have to tell him.
Right.
When a woman thinks similar to how a male thinks, you don't have a lot of arguments because you guys understand how each other moves. You dig what I'm saying? Like guys always have to know how women, like how to deal with women. Women don't always have to know how to deal with men. It sounds stupid what I'm saying. Yeah, it sounds
like, she said, you think so?
but so what I'm trying to say, like I'm not able to put in words what I really want to say, but in terms of like, there's a lot of times women, guys, help me out. Y'all don't know what I'm
there's a video
like
circulating
Xavier
on
just sitting
listen.
around letting me dig a hole. You know what I'm trying to say.
There's a video. There's a video circulating on the internet now. And it's of this woman, and she says, you know what, guys, I decided to take my child's father off of child support because it doesn't best serve him and it doesn't best serve our child, and it creates contempt. And I thought I've never heard no woman ever say that ever. And she was like, you know, if he's working at his optimal, then the child will be best served. And I read through the comments, and all the girls was like, it sound like you raising another man. It sound like you raising another child. And every girl was hating on her so much. And then I read one comment. The comment said by another woman, it said, I will take a free week over a check any day.
Right.
And that is logical to me. Like if you are trying to collect money from your child's father and you got him in a nasty place, then how is it going to best serve your child? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think that's what Dre's speaking on a little bit. Like that's an example.
Yeah, because they always say like men think logically and women think emotionally. So when you can find a woman that can like what's the word? Like activate both logical and emotional parts of their brain, if there is a part, like that to me, because it just makes things seamless at some point. You know what I mean?
You know, what it really boils down to, and what you were saying is, you like it when a woman acts logical. We tend to place these roles on male, female. A man has to be masculine. A woman
gender
has to be feminine.
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it.
The truth in the matter is, we as people have to be able to balance both. So when a woman acts masculine to some degree, she doesn't want to be overly masculine, and a man doesn't want to be overly feminine.
Right.
But when Renee was saying earlier, when a guy steps up into that role and be a father, he may be showing his feminine side. You have to hug your son when he falls. Man, get up. You ain't no punk. Hug him. It's all right. That's him exerting his feminine side as well as his masculine side. And when a woman is being logical, that's her asserting her masculine side. There's a lot of women out here with 3 sons. My mother had 3 sons and they raised boys.
Mm-hmm.
Some boys don't grow up acting like men, but that's because the woman didn't have that masculine side activated enough. My mother had that masculine side, so her 3 sons are 3 kings. You know, it's not one man that's going to be disrespectful to me or any of my brothers.
Right.
That's the way our mother raised us. Like I told you, my mother said it, and I said, "Get your aspirations in there and help your brother." She was just like, she would go down in the middle of men and be like, "No, well, they're gonna fight," and that's just how she was.
Right.
You know? Right. So you got to be able to assert both of them. Men are from Mars, women are from Venus, but that doesn't mean that we can travel to each planet and do the same thing. So you have to create that balance. That's what you're talking about.
It depends on where they came from too. So sometimes you have to have a little grace on men sometimes, because sometimes it is what they know. But I prefer a man to be a little open-minded, to be open to another way. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Sidebar. Does New York create scumbags? Like
New York?
Yeah, like is the city create deadbeat dads and stuff like that? Is there something about New York?
It's New York. Don't put it on the NY.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Well, it may seem that way simply because
there's a lot of them running around. Like,
since the census was created in 1790, New York has been the biggest city. Every 10 years, New York is the biggest city. So we got some of everything. So it may look that way. But it's not that way. But they never talk about all the good men in New York. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Because there are some great ones too.
And going back to what I was saying earlier, like
I think the last one left New York though. I moved out of New York.
You got out of it.
So,
you funny, Dre.
I was born under the sign of Taurian. A Taurus, and you know, Taurus is a ruled by Venus, and that's the planet of love. So I've always been this guy that's just loving and kind and stuff like that, you know. So you got
don't piss them off. Don't piss them off.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Dare.
But yes, this is why it looks like that in New York. But New York is a place that we have a little bit of everything. It's a cesspool for everything.
Yeah.
Like the knowledge, like we're sitting here and we're doing this. Not no disrespect to any other state, but do you think people in other places are really doing podcasts? When they do it, we're like the pilot program, then everybody else starts doing it. Because I started. I like this girl.
New York is a trend. New York is a trendsetters.
Yes, this girl named Tiffany Silver. She's from Jamaica. Man, the girl be going out in the woods of Jamaica, hunting fish, showing it on her camera. She got that from places like New York, Chicago. These are the big cities: Chicago, Texas, Pennsylvania, California, and Florida. Everything sets pace on these cities because they're the biggest, and that's what we do. So it gets mixed up sometimes, but no, they're very good people in New York. It's not scumbags.
Dre is gonna kill me for this one. I love a non-religious spiritual woman.
Now that's an oxymoron to a degree.
That's an oxymoron.
To a degree.
Yo,
but
listen.
True, it's very true. I'm in agreement.
You wouldn't deal with an atheist?
Oh, nah. A glass is unable to make itself.
Well, I don't mean to be the technical one here, but what do you mean by atheist?
Like not believing in God at all, like
or the devil.
Okay.
Or the devil.
Well, an atheist literally means a theist, theology. So an atheist, they just don't believe, some of them, in all that religious stuff.
Right.
It depends on what level of atheist. That's why I said, what do you mean? If she believes in the devil, that's something different. I ain't going there. But then again, I know a guy who believes in the devil and worships the devil. And I'm going to tell you, he's good. He's better than a whole lot of Christian people I know. I kid you not.
Say that again.
I know a guy who worships the devil. But he's better than a lot of Christian people I know, because he will tell you straight up, oh no, you don't go against God. You got to be crazy. He said the only difference between me and you is that when something happens to you, you say God has to settle it for you. If something happens to me, I'm going to settle it. That's just what it is.
I've heard, I've heard that before. I've heard that.
Like, is he kidding me?
I've heard that before.
But he said he would never go against God, ever.
Wait. So how can you be a devil worshiper if you don't go against God?
The devil's not a fool.
Yo, they got a whole bunch of oxymorons today.
Yeah, what's going on? We got to change the name of the show to Oxymoron Day. What's up?
The devil knows that he can't win against God. In fact, I think I told you guys before, that's the first, technically, Genesis is just the beginning, but technically the first book of the Bible is Job. And that's the whole war against, Job, the devil trying to get Job to do one thing and God trying to get him to do the other. The devil cannot box with
Well, technically, God wasn't trying to do nothing. Job was dealing with the devil on his own.
Right.
If you pay attention,
story, when he came to heaven, it was court, because God said, "Did you see my servant Job? Have you cast your eyes upon him?" And that's how the whole thing started. So God knew from the beginning, and he called him into it. And he said what he would do, and he did the first thing, and it didn't happen. He didn't curse God. So then he said, if you take his body and I do something to his body, God said, do it, but you can't kill him. He still couldn't do it. He still
right. So what I'm saying is, you said God was trying to get the devil, Job, to do something, and the devil was also trying to get Job to do something. And I'm saying God wasn't trying to get Job to do anything.
Oh, got you. Yeah. I get what you're saying.
The devil was
trying. I went over my head. I got
you. Well, back to my point. I love a sage burning, Erykah Badu listening.
Ali, you be having some things on your mind.
See what happens when religion comes into play.
Say it again.
What you said, Rick?
I said, see what happens when you tap into that religion.
Yeah.
Would you say a sage burning what?
I love a sage burning, Erykah Badu listening, fish eating, vegetable eating woman.
Fish eating, vegetable eating.
Rap, turban rap, what?
Turban rapping.
Natural.
Coconut oil rubbing. Weed smoking or weed drinking.
Growing her own vegetables.
Herbs and stuff.
Man. Oh, that's
you got me sitting here thinking, I like that, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, teach me about different types of peppers. Teach me about different types of teas and stuff like that. Different types of herbs and mullein and echinacea.
That's a daughter.
You know what I'm saying?
Daughter, man. I love that, man.
Yeah.
The daughter of the divine. I love that, man. Nice.
Yes. Dre, what about you? What's the next thing for you?
The next thing that turns me on non-sexually to a woman is the way they carry themselves. Like, I don't know if it is sexual, but whatever. Like, I just like when a woman is well dressed. Like, it does not arouse me sexually unless obviously you're like dressed promiscuously. But when a woman is like well dressed, your clothing, all your body parts are covered appropriately, and the clothes is form fitting. It don't gotta be tight like muscle shirts tight. But I can. Yeah, you leave something to my imagination. You know what I mean?
Okay, I was gonna say elaborate on that.
Yeah. I don't. You ain't like if you walking down the street and you gotta be pulling your skirt down. It's too short. You shouldn't have wore that one. You know what I mean? Yeah. So when you get dressed to leave your house, like just how you left your house, Man, a girl that's well put together is hot to me.
I hate when I used to go to parties and I would see like a woman, like she got a halter top on or something, but she's like hiding herself with her arms because she's kind of uncomfortable in it. And I'm like,
why
yo,
the hell you left
what
the house
exactly?
in that,
like
Right.
you mad uncomfortable and your body language is showing that, but you look good.
He said, but you look good.
like, I'm like, look, we all, men are trying to attract women, women are trying to attract men. And so, this goes into another thing, which is a tangent, and I really don't want to go off on too many of those.
Not all the time.
Go off, Dre. I'm a fan of
not
going
all
off.
The time.
What do you?
I'm not all looking
what do
for
you mean?
men's attention.
Well, no, I'm just saying. So, like, I'm not saying all the time. I'm saying men. Oh, geez, we're in 2022. I gotta take that.
Yeah, you gotta figure it out, Dre. Figure it out.
Well, so heterosexually, men are usually trying to attract. It's like our animalistic instinct is to try to attract the opposite sex. But I'm not saying that's all we want to do. I'm just saying animalistically, that's what we like. Like even you look at these birds who they're trying to attract each other, and this little bird puffs up into this big old balloon looking thing to try to attract the female, So it's like, I understand that that's what we have to do. But a lot of times when you're trying too hard, and I consider if you're trying to show me everything, you're trying too hard. A lot of times when you're trying too hard, you attract what you didn't really want. Right? So so yeah, if you left the house and you have to continue to pull up your halter top or
I'm just picturing that.
Yeah, like every 2 steps you take, you gotta pull it up. You gotta pull it up. You know what I mean? Or you gotta pull down your skirt every 5 paces you take. Yeah, you shouldn't have left the house in that. You're not comfortable. And the reason I know you're not comfortable is because you keep pulling it down. Because if you were comfortable, you'd have let it kept riding up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's my thing. Because when I leave my house, I feel like I'm properly dressed when I leave my house. So, you know what I mean?
Right.
That's my thing.
But listen, the girl, unfortunately, in today's society, the girl who is wearing the shortest skirt will get the most looks, but maybe from the wrong person. You're right about that too,
Yeah.
But she will have the most guys hollering at her because guys be fiending.
She's letting it all hang out.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like which goes back to what I just said. It's like, what do I want the girl? Like, if I met you and what I see you doing is letting it all hang out for everybody to see, what's gonna be left for me? And what you gonna do when we start dating? You know what I mean? It's like,
and can I change you and be like, nah, don't wear that when that's how I met you? Nah.
There you go. There you go. And a lot of times guys end up in fights and all sorts of craziness because of that kind of stuff. You're attracting attention. You left the house looking like that. You're trying to get me in trouble.
Right.
Yes. Renee?
Say again?
What's your next thing?
Yeah.
Well, we touched on, did we touch on acts of service?
Yes.
Which one though? Oh, okay.
I think I
words of
mentioned
affirmation.
Yeah, I think I mentioned
she said acts of service last time.
Yeah, where I touched on it when I was discussing like witnessing a man be a father. Like step into that role. Yeah. What else can I say? Non-sexual. I mean, I don't know if this is non-sexual, but a man that is well groomed, like he takes care of himself. Like you don't have to have the clear polish on your nails, but if they're soft and clipped, those types of things. Takes pride in his appearance.
Yeah.
What do you think about that, though, really quickly? What do you feel about men that wear clear nail polish? Is that cool to you or what?
That's fine.
Huh?
Buffing is okay too. That's fine.
Okay.
Oh,
what about you, X? What about
like
you,
the
X?
Fauci man? You like the Fauci man?
What about you, X? Would you put some clear nail polish on your nails?
They call it a metrosexual. Yeah, I get my nails done. If I get my nails done, that's fine. But I tell you what I'm not doing. These dudes are getting colored on their nails today. One dude told me I just do black and gray. I just don't get it, but that's what they do.
Yeah,
I'm not doing that.
Weird. I'm not putting clear nail polish on my nails, but I did when I was like 18. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was a thing to do.
I could do it because it doesn't define me. And I may be trying to grow my nail out because I just don't want them to look like nubs all the time. So
what clear nail polish got to do with you growing your nails out? What clear nail polish got to do with you growing your nails out?
You know they have nail hardening and stuff like that, so it helps your nail grow.
All you gotta do is don't cut your nails. Don't bite your nails.
Break, man.
It'll grow.
Depends on what they're doing. Depends on your line of work. So it breaks. Nail substance.
If your line of work is gonna break your nails, you figure going to do your nails is a good idea.
Listen, a lion likes his claws to be well trimmed. I had a cat, and I saw he does is trim his nails. Got to be ready. If you want a woman and you want the opposite sex, women like that. You know, when you're thinking about touching a woman's yoni,
what's
your fingernail?
What's
the yoni is the vagina.
Vagina.
Oh, but that's the ministry word.
No, that's a spiritual word.
Assets to be touched with clean nails. I had women tell me that. Ooh, I looked at you and your nails are just clean.
Damn. You got me looking at my fingers now. Wait a second.
You're better.
So me regularly washing my hands and making sure my nails I gotta now start going to get my nails did, my hair did, and my toes did.
Let's be honest.
All that.
Do you want a woman with rough hands and dirty nails to touch your lingam? She's not touching me. She's not touching me. That's just how I am. I'm not desperate.
Yo, bro. Where's my lingam?
Man, the spiritual word for a man's penis. It's a lingam and a yoni.
What dirty nails got to do with that?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I wash my hands before I use the bathroom if I'm outside. If I'm going to public bathroom, I wash my hands before I take.
Right. So before we go in to go touch lingams and what's the other word you use? Yonis. We're gonna go take a bath.
Nah, if you got it, listen. Okay.
Oh damn.
There's some people,
whoa.
and so we're gonna get off another. We're gonna get on another subject. Let me just segue for a minute. If you got to do that just when I'm getting ready to do whatever, then you're not really clean. I'm serious about hygiene, like unbelievable. There's some people who take a shower, but they still smell musky. That's because they're not exfoliating down there. You have to exfoliate and scrub and loofahs and all of that. I like a clean woman. That's just how I am. And as I told you before, I haven't done the darn thing for more than 24 months. I'm very particular and I'll wait for it. So that's just me. That's why I do what I do.
Well, the next time you find a lady that you might want to go touch lingams and what's the other word? Yonis. Send them to Renee to get their, Renee. Tell them about your business, Renee.
Oh, I wax.
Put the plug in. Put the plug in.
Okay, cool.
Tap. Yes, I wax and I mask. So, you know.
How can people get in touch with you?
My social media is anything for my babies.
Anything for my baby?
my babies with an S. You can find me there in DM.
That's nice.
There you go.
Before they ever had Manscaped.
Keep the yoni intact.
Exactly. Before they ever had Manscaped, I've been doing that down there forever. Before they've been advertising this Manscaped, I've been shaving down in my lingam. That's just what I do.
I have some male, clients, but some guys just don't want anything to do with the waxing.
Hell nah. Hell nah.
No, I take care of myself in that regard. Yeah.
So I guess you're saying, X, a non-sexual thing that turns you on is clean nails, clean
hygiene. Hygiene.
Hygiene. Gotcha.
And I'm gonna tell you, there's women. I'm gonna tell you, 10. I would tell you 8 out of 10 women. There's some who just won't say it because they're embarrassed, but they be like, "You are so clean. You can get this anytime," and that's just because of where they've been.
Say it. I'll tell a man in a heartbeat. Not that I'm out here dealing with a dirty dude, dirty dog, but right. You pay attention to that. Like it's, when a man has good hygiene, that's the plus, just saying,
If COVID did anything, is teach us that the world is nasty. And most of these people, they were saying, if people were washing their hands, like literally washing your hands, could have eliminated a half of what the spread of COVID.
Right.
So COVID taught us most of these people are out here walking around and nasty. They nasty.
Right.
Well, no, I think, and that's a whole conspiracy thing. They set up COVID, but COVID was set up and they telling us all this hand washing and stuff. And remember, they said it was almost like a radiation thing in the beginning, 5G and all that. But they set up COVID to attack people's lungs and people's diets. They knew that when they set this whole COVID thing up. And segueing off a minute, this is into diet. That's why people were getting sick. It had nothing to do with washing hands. They're saying that. That's just what they're saying.
Wait. What are you talking about diets? You lost me there.
People suffer from congestion. That's what's going on with COVID. It's a virus, but it's giving you congestion. Think about that. All the other viruses in the world, there's not congestion. You're getting congestion. So the way they set this up, this mad scientists, and for them to get money, and these rich people, the Rothschilds and all of them, is they did it because people's diets are bad. If you have a bad diet and you're not alkaline, you're gonna get sick. And they knew that. I knew. I said, I'm going alkaline, point blank period, when it happened. I detoxed.
Gotcha.
I took a cleanse and I said, I'm not eating meat. I'm not doing any of that. And you won't get sick like that. But people aren't really paying that any mind.
Gotcha. So one non-sexual turn on for you is a vegan.
No, people eat what they want. That has nothing to do with nothing. That's cool.
I'm joking.
Yeah, people have to eat according to their constitution. Now, am I going to kiss a woman who's been chewing on some pork? I ain't doing that. She has to brush her teeth and everything, but I really don't. It's a lower vibration thing for me. Now, if a chick is eating fish and chicken and fowl once in a while, I don't care about that. But when you're eating pork and all kinds of beef, these are animals who are very loving,
Yo,
killing
real facts. Real facts.
True.
Yo, I'm not gonna front. I've been eating no meat and no fish for over a year and a half now, and sometimes I crave meat once in a while.
Ali, cut it out. It ain't been a year and a half. You started in January. Stop it.
I stopped eating fish in January.
Yes.
I stopped eating chicken and beef in the end of 2020.
Ali, you just said no meat and no beef. You just said no meat and no beef.
No, I said I stopped eating meat and fish. Well, I stopped eating chicken and beef
Yeah,
in
exactly.
the beginning of
Don't get
2021, and I
catch.
stopped eating fish this year. And sometimes I crave it.
Well, it's definitely a spiritual thing. You have to be called to it. And don't get me wrong, I've been a vegan 8 years of my life, on and off, the longest 3.5. But when you're called to it by spirit, it lasts longer. You just won't have a desire for it like that.
Yeah.
But what's going to happen is it's like taking baby steps. You don't eat meat for a while. So since you're not eating fish, give it the next 3 months, 3 to 6 months, you're going to start having different thoughts. You may get up in the morning and you're going to hear something. And when you go out in that day, it's going to happen. And it's going to start to happen like that.
Oh, hell no.
Be like, wow.
Get out of here. Now you going to tell me if I don't eat meat, I'm going to be smarter. I'm not in tune with the universe.
No, it has nothing to do with being smarter. Wait.
More spiritual.
Wait. This is a whole nother, conversation, but there are animals here to do certain things. Right. We're putting them on our plates. When you say to yourself, you're not going to do it, even if you don't realize it, spirit is going to come down in you because you did what you should have been doing from the beginning. Right. And your body is going to become cleansed. And there you're going to be open to the universe and the consciousness, and you're going to hear things that you're going to know, this is not how I think. Why am I thinking like this? Because your thoughts are not yours. Different things are going to drop in your spirit.
So if I stop eating meat, I'm gonna start hearing the lotto numbers.
See, you think something different, but yeah, you being funny, Dre. You think it's something different, but honestly, you stop eating meat, not looking for it. It just happened.
Yeah, I don't know. Ali, tell me when you start hearing voices, bro. What's the next non-sexual turn-on y'all got going on?
Yo, let me just say, for me, I know this is the opposite of spiritual, and I said I love a spiritual woman, but I love, oh my God, to see a girl, and this is piggybacking off of Dre with the well-dressed. I love to see a woman in sneakers. Oh my God. A sneaker-headed girl. Oh my goodness. Streetwear, flyness, accessories, you know what I mean? Colorful. I love it. I don't want to see you struggling to walk in heels thinking you cute. And your ankles.
Struggling.
Your ankles is on floppy disk. You know what I'm saying? I do not like to see that, a woman trying to walk in heels and you could see she in pain.
It's just not her. It's just not her.
You know what I mean? You wearing Louboutins. The man that made Louboutins said Louboutins wasn't made to be comfortable. It was made to be beautiful. You know?
Right.
Well, he didn't lie because they ain't.
Yo, throw on some Jordans, throw on some Yeezys, throw on some Italian high-end Italian joints. I love that. Oh my God. You got my heart. You got my heart, girl.
Okay.
Dre is quiet. Dre is like, that's foolishness.
That is foolishness.
That's art is stupid.
Wait, I thought you were Dre. You sound like him. That's foolishness.
Put on those
Dre
stilettos, baby. Nah, but look, you could. There are high heels out there that are comfortable. Like, I don't believe that a woman should be uncomfortable when she's leaving the house either. So if you're buying those Louis Vuittons and they're not comfortable, like I bought my wife Jimmy shoes. I bought my wife more than a couple pairs of Jimmy shoes. She don't wear none of them. So
why they uncomfortable?
Yes, you have children?
They're not comfortable. Yeah, I have 3 kids.
That's why.
Why? Well, I'm talking about when we're going out by ourselves.
Oh, date
night. She still don't wear them. Yeah, she still don't wear them. So,
Ray, you love a woman in heels, or you don't really care?
I mean, I'm not fussy about it, but if you're in, like, look, I'm a sneakerhead too. I'm just not as big a sneakerhead as you. But if we're going out and when my wife puts on, like, she doesn't wear a lot of sneakers. So when she goes out and she puts on sneakers, I'm like, oh, I like sporty you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't have a problem with sneakers. I think there's a time and place for everything. It can't always be sneaker.
Absolutely.
Nah, for me, always put on a dress. Put on a dress with some sneakers.
See? There you go. I can't.
I love that.
I can't get down with that.
I love that. Oh my God. What do you think, Coach?
What about a casual shoe like an espadrille or something like that? You know?
What?
What is that?
What is that?
Espadrilles. I like a good espadrille. However,
you like it?
No, I like espadrilles.
Yeah,
what is that?
I think I saw it online. They said some woman, I forgot. She said we're not wearing espadrilles anymore. That played out in the 2000s. Where was I?
I think it's nice. Everything comes back. I think that's cool with a dress on. It's sort of sneakerish, but it's a casual dress up. It's nice.
Yo,
like
y'all remember? You remember Renee in high school? Me and Renee went to the same high school. You remember when in 2002, 2003, when the Chinese slipper was popping in every color?
Right.
Yeah, and
do you remember that?
I had them all.
Yo, that was a time.
Some things was $5. Okay.
Yes, they were popping too, Dre. Like every girl had them, yo.
Bro,
with the
if
belt,
we ain't on the beach,
we ain't on no beach.
Don't put on no damn slippers leaving the house. We ain't on the goddamn beach. What the hell is wrong with you? You walking through Manhattan, the whole of the back of your foot looking like tar. Looking black like tar.
Too. They had the closed ones, so they took care of that real quick.
We ain't on the beach. We ain't on a beach.
Dre's not with it.
At all. Yo, they got some Marnie slippers and the back is out and they cost $800.
800?
800 for some slippers.
Wow.
They're furry.
They look like Birkenstocks, right? Like a high fashion Birkenstock.
Yeah. Word.
It's given. I have another one. Another non-sexual turn on is a man's intellect, like his mind, his mindset.
Yes.
Facts. Give me an example of that.
Not a hood nigga. No, I'm just saying.
There's some intellectual hood niggas.
I'm kidding. Because I like clothes, you know, I like clothes. No, I'm just saying. I want to be able to have like an educated conversation. Like, I would like to be able to touch on politics if necessary. I want to know like your life goals. I want to know, those type of things are important. I don't always want it to just be me leading the conversation, like, be interested in not just like
sports,
me, but right. Like I want to be able to, chop it up and discuss anything. Really.
Word.
Don't be a dud.
X, what about you?
Okay, since she said that, I'm gonna try to follow in my two questions. The one I was gonna say first, I'll leave for last, but I like when a woman, because women, they act a certain type of way when they get mad and you get upset with your woman, or she's upset with you and you're not talking. The first thing a woman wants to do is hold out on a yoni. I don't like that.
That is a non-sexual sexual thing.
I'm like, wait.
They hold out on it, right?
Yes.
But I like a woman who we got into our little debate. She wants to act mad. She's not talking or whatever, but she's going to come in. She's still going to do everything she has to do. I'm going to do everything I have to do, meaning like she'll cook. If that's what she's doing that night, I can cook the other night. It ain't, so I'm the man, so you cook. I can cook too.
Ooh,
but if I'm cooking, you take the garbage as well, take the trash out while I'm doing all of this.
So basically being in control of your emotions.
Yes, so we're going through all of that, right? Meaning control of your emotions. But we get in the bed and she do the darn thing. She do the damn thing. And then she can still not talk to me. I'm good with that. That's a turn on. We're still doing what we're doing, but she don't have to talk the next day. And then we'll come around and we'll get to it. But that love is still there. Yeah, you did this and I can't stand you right now for that. But we're going to do it because I love you. And have a good day at work and whatever. And we come back and we'll get to that. I like
that. Yo, listen, that's tricky because some women get mad at you to have makeup sex.
That's facts right there.
Yeah, he do. Yeah, he do.
Right
they love that passion. They love that passion.
You're funny, man. You right though.
That makeup sex be.
I think a couple of women did that to me a couple of times.
That's toxic. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Wake up.
Toxic as hell.
But you know what they say, right? That's that no good, but so good.
Whatever. I'm like that.
I like
the
that.
devil's D.
The dever. Let's communicate. Like we said in one of the other episodes. You communicate. Let's learn each other. How you like it, how I like it, how you like it, how I like it. And then we replicate, duplicate, whatever that situation is to your liking. If you like it aggressive, because usually the reason they like, mad sex is because the guy isn't holding back. He's just trying to hurt you because he's mad. And that's what she wants. Yeah, that's what she wants. So then, dude, practice doing it like you mad every single time. You ain't gotta get me mad to do that. You know what I mean? It's like we're not apes. You could tell me, hey, that's how I like it. How you did it last night, that's how I like it.
Right.
And then it's incumbent on me to be like, all right, that's what you want. Say no more. Next time I got you. I'm gonna break your pelvis, huh?
I like to change it up because, me being a little older, I've been with all kinds of women doing all kinds of things, playing roles and all of that. There's some women that like you to rape them. It's crazy, man. I can't do that all the time.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes you gotta do it.
No.
Whoa.
Stop right there.
Whoa.
Right there. One of my boys told me that he was choking his girl. I'm not gonna call my boy's name. And I said to him, homie, make sure you get that sucker in writing. Because if she dies, and the coroner does the report, and they found out you was choking the crap out of her because she asked you to, she's dead now. She can't corroborate.
You going to jail.
So you get that sucker in writing. Now, let's get to you, Xavier, Mr. I'm spiritual. The hell you talking about raping?
I'm telling you, I said I'm older. This happened before, but some women like this woman would start a fight with me.
That wants you to rape her.
Listen, she started a fight with me. She just, play fight with me, pushing me around. I'm like, stop. But he keeps on coming in my face. And when I push her, her blouse will come loose. You get what I'm saying? She'll bend over, her pants will come down. She wants me to take it.
Right.
Some women are like that.
That's not
now,
right.
As far as the choking you're talking about, you can put some pressure on a woman, but you don't choke her. You put some pressure around her neck.
You grab the sides of the throat, not the front.
Yeah, you can do that. But I've had it all kinds of ways.
Tap in.
I ain't choking nobody. Go ahead.
Is there a safe word? No safe word?
Pineapples.
You know, safe words you said?
Yeah.
I don't know. I do whatever the woman likes. As a man, I think that you should learn what a woman likes, but people change. You can't do the same thing all the time because that's how sometimes you lose a woman. I've learned that as well. You're trying to be the good guy, trying to make love to her when she just wants to be, plowed. Sometimes you gotta do that. You just gotta change up. Whatever she wants. I'll fulfill her fantasy.
Yeah.
I had a woman that was just like so straight, and I went with her to a hotel one time. Do you know what she came out in? She came out in a purple wig and all this craziness. I'm looking at her like, what? Are you serious right now? Yeah, well, you don't like it. I love it. Let's get with it. Like, that's what she wanted to do. She just wanted to be like a 70s whore or something. So we did it. Lipstick all
Where you be finding all these freaky linguists and all this stuff, man?
Well, I like it. I mean, whatever it takes.
Yo, that is hilarious. Yo, listen, my last non-sexual thing that is a turn on is a woman being an entrepreneur. I don't care if your net worth is 0.5 cents. If you got that dream and you got that drive, oh my God, you are the most beautiful thing ever. Like you understand that, yo, I need to do what it takes to get to the next level. And the next level is being a boss. It's not being a worker for the rest of my life.
Right.
Facts. I got one more. Yo, Dre, you be cutting me down, man, when I say what I say, man.
Listen.
Judgment zone. No judgment.
This is a no judgment zone. A lot of times I'm just saying stuff to be facetious. So
on the nails, on the raping, come on, man.
Yeah,
I am who I am, man. But to follow up on Ali, since Ali is this entrepreneur type dude, I'm gonna go with one with me. I love a woman who is so feminine and just she's feminine, but she's just pretty, she's dainty, she speaks well, she talks lightly, walks lightly, all that. I love that about a woman.
Yeah.
At the same time, if someone's getting aggressive with her, she'll knock a chick out. I like that.
Balance.
But if some girl is just asking for it and she keep on asking for it, she gonna get it. I remember one time being young and my mother had just got a new couch and we got a new living room set. And I'm talking in the 70s. So it was $1,200. I do know that. That was a lot of money back then. Stereo, all that. And you got them old fashioned radiators that have the steam valve on it. The thing bust and was going crazy. So my mother had already been into it with the landlord's daughter for a little while. My mother wouldn't even like that I'm telling this story. And she was one of the girls that liked to act pretty and cute. No disrespect to light-skinned women. She was light-skinned. And, my mother called and said, the steam is going off right now. You got to send somebody. She hung up the phone. She called back and said, the steam, we'll get to it. And she hung up. My mother went down there. And when she got down there, she told her, she was on the phone. She said, just wait a minute. My mother went in there and blacked both her eyes. She's black both her eyes. My mother's a nice woman, quiet, little, short woman.
Your mom is gangster.
That's just how I like it. So I like a woman like that. Be nice. But if a chick is asking for it, she's going to think that you can't do it. And she's going to hurt you. I like a woman like that.
Your mom ended up in jail, bro?
Huh?
That woman didn't press charges?
Her father came and he knows how his daughter is. And he was a Jewish black man. He bought my mother a chain for my brother of the Star David. He said, I know my daughter can be a certain way. I'm sorry, Miss Powell. He had to pay for the couch and stuff.
Oh, wait. So she was messing up something in your apartment?
The steam was blowing and it blew on my mother's new furniture set. I don't know to get it fixed. And she was just like going crazy. So my mother, and this isn't the first time, so she just had it with her. And she thinks because my mom is little this and that, so she put it on her. So I like a woman like that.
Them landlords will pay you no mind.
Yes. The landlord's daughter. All pretty and cute. Whatever. So she had a choice. That's what I like in a woman.
We'll show you.
Facts. But she'll never raise her hand to you, though.
No, she's not gonna do that because she respects a king.
Yeah.
She respects a king. But okay, look, I've had a woman. You want that woman that, okay, if you get into a fight and there's two dudes, she's gonna sit in the car and be like, hell, man, she gonna box the dude up. What you doing? Man, you get out of here with all that. I like that. I do like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all are gonna kill me for this one. I think everybody except for X is gonna feel me on this one. I mean, nobody is gonna feel me on this one except for X. I love a woman that understands that a man needs more than one woman. I know that sounds crazy. I know it sounds crazy. But a woman that can process and say, you know what? Too many men cheat for men to be monogamous. I understand that you know, monogamy was created by, I think it was King Henry, and it was a law put into place. But that Eurocentrism. It's not the natural order of a man. A woman that can process that and understands that and is also like, yo, just because he does that, that don't mean I need to have two men too. You know, like that's Shahrazad Ali speaks on that, you know?
Oh, she does. With you on that.
She speaks on that. And that to me is like, I will give you the world. I will treat both of my wives equally. I know Dre doesn't think that's possible, but
I was gonna say, do you think that's possible?
I think it is. I think I'm a balanced person.
You ain't got enough money to treat both of them equally.
Denied. All right, so
damn,
also, I love. You know what? You brought me into another one. I love a woman who's not like, yo, you gotta pay my way in this life in order to have me.
Yeah, no.
I love a woman that wants to hold her own weight and is like, yo, you know,
facts.
Just because you do that, that doesn't mean that you gotta pay for everything.
Exactly.
Is it okay for her to pay for dinner?
Yeah, you know what?
Sure.
Listen, I believe it could be, you know, 70-30. You know what I'm saying? But if you want it to be 100-0, nah, I'm creating a monster by spoiling you. If you don't want to work for nothing,
right,
you don't want to contribute to nothing.
That's interesting.
Fact.
That's interesting.
That's my perspective. I'm crazy. That's my perspective, though.
I'm not
true.
touching that one.
Natural law solidifies your perspective.
Touch it, Dre.
Touch
it, Dre.
Wait, natural law solidifies what you just said.
Yo, you know, too many men cheat for cheating.
Right.
For people to still believe in monogamy and saying, yo, I own your dirty. Yeah, I own, like, as a man, I don't own your vagina, but I think it's more natural for a woman to be monogamous than it is for a man.
Wait a second. Natural law. What you talking about? Natural law says when you're watching any nature channel, you will see the man in the background and there'll be like 8 females and he's having sex with all of them. You see that lines? You see that in
all the way on.
Listen, monogamy only exists in the penguin and the seahorse.
You know?
So Dre, which one you picking?
I'm picking human.
Okay.
So listen.
Get me, Dre. Kill me, Dre.
So to each his own. Even if you're like, you find a woman where you're not supporting her, you go out to dinner. Like, look, every person have a different energy, and I'm gonna get on Xavier's plane right now. Every person have a different energy, and there is going to be one energy you like more than the other, because you're gonna want a specific type of energy at a specific time. When you want to be like, when you want support, there's that energy that's gonna help you with the support. But you as a man don't oftentimes need that support.
Right.
Oftentimes you just chilling, you relaxing, you having fun kind of thing. And it's highly unlikely that you're going to have both of those females to have that same energy. So you can both share this.
Play off of.
Yeah.
No, I get it. I get it.
See what I'm saying?
And also, listen,
right.
in balance, there are some women that don't want to be around their man 24/7.
Yeah, but see, you're adding all these dynamics, and then you're putting all these different dynamics in a woman that want to share you. 90% of women don't want to share them. So now you're adding.
That's because of Eurocentric training.
I don't care what the reason
He's right.
is.
He's right.
I don't care what the reason is. 90% of women do not want to share their men. So now you're telling me, hold on.
Not 90% of Muslim women.
You asked me to get you. Muslim is not more, 90% of the world. 90% of women not sharing their men. So now hold on.
Wait.
Hold on, Trey. 90% of women are sharing men. They just don't like it or know.
Fine, but they don't want to.
Wait. Let me just throw this statistic in here because you said not 90% of women. America doesn't even have 350 million people yet. So America doesn't even make up 5% of the world's population, but we dictate everything. There's 2.1 billion or something Muslims, or 1.8 billion Muslims. Are you kidding me?
What's your point?
Muslims have many wives. Are you kidding me? So that means that there's more Muslims who feel that way. No, wait, just think about that. America only makes up 5% of the whole world population.
But you see, Xavier, you're an American. You think I'm talking about America. I'm not. I'm talking about the world.
Well, when you're talking about the world, I just told you Muslim is 1.9. Other cultures do it as well.
All right, hold on. How much of Africa is Muslim?
A lot.
How much? Since you want to name numbers.
I don't know.
Let's just say half of Africa is Muslim, right? Is that fair? How many people are in Africa?
It's hard to say.
Look it up.
It's hard to say.
41% of Africans are Muslim.
Okay, 41%. What's the population of Africa?
Let me look it up.
We're going to give some facts here.
But you would have to do that in South
No.
You would have to do that in India?
As of 2016, 1.2 billion.
So 1.2 billion. So we're looking at
1.3 billion now.
1.3 billion. So we're looking at 41% is Muslim. So we're looking at somewhere around 600. Fine. 600 million. Yeah. 600 million is not Muslim or is Muslim. Which one is that?
Is Muslim.
Okay. 600. No.
Roughly double America
550
population.
600 million. Okay.
Wait a second. Y'all pissing me off right now. 1.3 million, you said, right? You said 1.3 million?
Billion people in Africa.
Billion.
1.3 billion. Minus 41%. So 767.
I got 533 million.
That is what's Muslim.
That's Muslim.
So 767 million people are in Africa that's not Muslim.
Okay.
Then you go to Europe. You got all of Europe. I'm not talking about England and France. I'm talking all of Europe. Muslim population over there is probably 10%.
No, that's not true. That's not true. Where they fighting at right now, where that war is going on, they're Muslim.
There are Muslim people there. The people that are fighting are not Muslim. Russia is not Muslim,
brother.
Russia is not Muslim.
Okay.
Ukraine is not Muslim.
Ukraine is Muslim, man.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay. You just said that and we're on the show. Ali, what's the religious breakdown of Ukraine?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Right now, please.
How many Muslims are in Ukraine?
What's the religious breakdown of Ukraine?
Yugoslavia, all those countries, they're Muslim, man.
I see it says 28% Orthodox Christian, 23% Just Orthodox, 12% Moscow Patriot, and 0.3% Ukrainian Autocephalous Orthodox Church.
And I guess the rest is agnostic.
What does that word mean for the people that don't know?
Yugoslavian, Albanian, everybody that I know like that in New York is Muslim.
Okay.
I used to work with them downtown. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, it says Muslims formed 15% of the population in 2013.
Of Ukraine?
Yeah.
Okay. So my point is this. Most of the world is not trying to, most of the women in most of the world is not trying to share their men.
I agree.
That said, you now have a small, I'm gonna get Kevin Samuels on your behind.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So you have a small population of women. Yeah. You got a small population of women out there, right? And you want to squeeze in one that don't want to hang out with their man too much, one that don't mind the man not paying the bills, one that don't mind sharing you with another woman. You have one with the personality that meshes with you and with your other woman. One, like all of these different nuances you want to have in a woman. Then you want to add that into a woman that want to share you. When the percent, like, what's the likelihood of you finding two of those? You alone are gonna find two unicorns, bro. You ain't, man.
Hey, I just want to say one
and
more.
You don't
want
to be a Muslim. And you don't want to be a Muslim.
I just want to say one more wife equals one less prostitute or side chick on the street.
That is not true.
I want to add this, and I'm really not being funny. I really want to add this. I'm not being funny.
Sure.
The fact of the matter is, not all men are created equally. Some men's sexual appetite is unbelievable, and women know that. So if you're honest with the woman and she's not one of the women that really like it like that, don't get me wrong, the yoni's good, but she don't like to do it but once a month. I've encountered women like that. What do you think? You're gonna sit around?
You gotta
be like, well, just protect yourself, and I know you love me, and you coming home. They're cool with it, but it's not all the time. But you got to be honest with them.
Wait.
I find that women don't like when you're trying to, do something deceitfully. They just don't like that.
So just so I'm I'm understanding what you're saying. You're saying that your game is off the chain, but she don't want to give it to you as much as you want it. So she would be okay with you stepping out long as you're being safe. That's what you're saying.
Facts. I agree with
I'm
that.
telling you that basically, I'm going to put it in real
especially
time.
After they have a child.
I used to mess with a Jamaican girl who was Muslim. And I did not think
that was a unicorn. Hold up. That was a unicorn. Just so you know that. I've never met a Muslim Jamaican.
Yes, she's Muslim Jamaican. Yes.
Oh, okay. So I'm just telling you.
And I was 52 at the time. She was 27. Okay. And I hadn't been active like that in a little while. But in 6 weeks, I ejaculated 36 times. That's like unheard of. And when I finished that, I said in my mind, don't do that again, Xavier. Are you kidding me?
High libido.
But men just can't do that like that. So that's what I'm saying. It's not about
time in 6 weeks. That's not a big deal.
Are you kidding me? Are you doing numbers?
Yeah, it's 42 days in 6 weeks.
That's
less than no. 6 weeks is 42 days. That's less than a come a day.
Right.
Oh, you're not including the activity with a young girl. Okay, I see what you're doing. You're just looking at numbers right now. You're not including a young girl's activity, a young Jamaican girl's activity.
Good to go. Saying, you did it like what? Every 2 days. You had time to
listen.
recover.
I'm gonna go back to what
on a 52-year-old man though. So you telling me a 52-year-old woman is gonna let me do that?
You vegan, bro. I'm not sorry for you. You 52.
But a 52-year-old woman ain't gonna let me do that.
Yo, I'm gonna go back to what I said. I'm gonna go back to what I said. Unlike what Mike believes and you believe, I do not believe it is one man to one woman. There's a lot of gay men. There's a lot of mentally ill men. There's a lot of men that beat women. There's a lot of men in jail. And so the numbers is not equal.
They're not equal at all.
Bro,
Ali, I'm on the page with you, man.
But this is my theory. Nobody has to believe this. Nobody has to believe this. This is just my theory. And God bless you if you want one woman. God bless you if you want more than one woman. Everybody is equal.
Look, so here's the deal. You see,
he said, God bless you.
You men out there that want to have a bunch of women, a lot of times you men have problems with commitment. A lot of times you men have problems following through on your word. A lot of times you men have a problem being committed to your word. Right? And so yeah.
Dre, you just said the same thing 3 times.
Probably.
Okay. I was married for 17 years, Dre.
What does that mean? You married now?
No, but I can be committed.
All right.
I can be committed. I've been
right.
committed.
All right, I got you. So the point I'm trying to make is this. A lot of men out there don't have a problem. Most men out there probably don't have a problem with multiple women, but they know the partner that they have, and they love and respect the partner that they have, and so they stay where they are out of respect and love for the partner that they have. There isn't a man out there. There isn't a man out there. Let me rephrase that. Maybe. No, okay. So most men have had multiple women at a point in their lives. So most men can and have done it. When they decide not to, it's a choice that they made and they're sticking to. It's not that they don't want multiple women. Like I said, most guys walk down the street and they see something and they're like, oh, damn. Right. And they lust after something, right? But they know, hey, I'm with Renee. Renee don't get down like that. I love Renee. I love the life I have with Renee. I love my family. So I'm going to just stay to myself and I'm going to do me. Go home to my Renee. Renee is what I want, blah, 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 blah.
Where you at? Because I ain't
I'm not going to break down my house for a hotel.
Exactly.
Hey, Dre, I'm in agreement with you, man. I'm agreeing with Ali, but I'm not the man I used to be. I don't want to run around with a bunch of women, but if you're going to do it, tell the woman.
Facts.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I agree with what he's saying.
That's all I'm saying.
It's real. I don't do it.
Not
listen.
after you got caught. We want to know prior to.
So, all right.
Men are dogs, bro. I met a man once and he said, yo, I will marry that girl just to take her virginity.
Oh no.
And then divorce her.
That's
I don't know what's up with what's up with us sometimes.
That's
period.
Bad. But hold up, Renee. So you're saying that you don't mind being with a guy who is going to have other partners as long as he tells you beforehand?
Period. Yeah.
Wow. What, Ali? There's wife number 2 right there.
My mother told me when I was younger, Xavier, my mom always kept it 100 with me. She said, Xavier, women are competitive. Women don't like you lying. You just got to tell them. And 9 times out of 10, if you tell them, they're going to try to be with you anyway.
Straight up.
And I always did it. I just told them and they'd be like, okay, because they're competitive.
Because we respect the honesty.
Yes.
And that allows you to walk away. It allows you to walk away like, yo, I like you, but this is not for me. I can walk away, as opposed to
give us the option to choose.
Yo, right. And I will say too that sometimes men end up cheating because they don't want the responsibility of financially losing their family, but they want the sexual curiousness because maybe their wife is like what Xavier said, not having sex with them because she's mad at them. And it's like, damn, I ain't meet you like this. And she probably mad because she ain't get enough money.
Right.
Yes,
or
all kinds
she
of stuff.
mad because he spent too much time working.
Right. Right.
And so now a man is in a situation of, should I cheat or should I leave my family and my
Right.
and my loved ones and
Right.
this woman that I love, but who's off the wall? It's a hard position to be in for any man.
Yeah. Sometimes society puts way too much pressure on the man.
Word.
But
We're not allowed to cry. We're not allowed to.
Hell no, you not.
But with
I need to cry sometimes, yo.
Right.
Especially when I take mushrooms.
My son, like for me, I want him to show emotion. Like I want him to express himself. But then I have his father, on the other hand, is telling him, no, don't cry. Or if he tries to express himself, he shuts him down. And I'm like, we're not doing that on this side.
Like, right. Man up,
yeah.
son. Man up, son.
I don't want him. I want him to be able to be strong, but also be vulnerable in the space that you're comfortable sharing your emotions. You know what I mean?
You can't hold that in. It's okay to cry.
Right.
You trying to raise a Fauci man?
Here we go.
No Fauci man. No Fauci man.
Here we go.
What's a Fauci man?
I don't know.
Here we go.
It could mean anything you want
it
to
works.
mean.
I know where he's going with it.
Wait.
Bati if you wanted, but
right, exactly. you could say Bati man, girly man.
Right.
Renee had one more. Did you remember that one that you had, Renee?
For a man to be comfortable and confident in leading, I guess. I was gonna say, like standing firm in his purpose. Like I can be a dominating personality, if that makes sense sometimes. So I tend to, I've met sometimes guys that want me to shush, quiet. No, don't say. And I reject that. You know what I mean? So
never planning a date, ass nigga.
So hold up. So Renee, let me ask you. So since you're a woman and you're comfortable leading, when you meet a man who is like, nah, I'm leading, how do you recalibrate yourself?
Good word.
For the right man, I'll shut up. No, I'm
For the right man, you hush.
Shut up.
You hush.
Yeah, I'll sit down for a second, but I'm gonna get back up.
Bobby getting back up.
It depends on the situation. You know what I mean? Because I come from a very strong woman, so that's all I know how to be. Like how they say, let a man be a man. Sometimes it's hard for me to do that. But if the man shows up, I can, then submit to whatever it is, that he's bringing to the table. It depends on the situation.
Renee, sidebar, do women want to hear no sometimes?
Good one.
No, in terms of like in general?
Like, do you want a man that always says yes to you?
No, because then I'm going to run all over you. Don't let me know that I can run all over you. Like,
anything you ask for, he's just like, yes, baby.
Yeah.
I got you.
You got to make it kind of difficult a little,
Why?
Told you, Dre.
Why? Why?
We don't want no Fatima. What you say?
Oh, you don't want no Fatima, but you raising one. Look at you. You see?
I want him to be both.
You see?
Be both.
Dre is funny. Dre, you funny, man.
You can be fine.
That boy could be sensitive and masculine and strong.
Find a balance between the two.
So Ali tells me a woman needs to hear no. And I said to Ali, I don't agree with that premise. Because if the two of you are on one accord, right? So you guys are on the same page. You guys, let's say after you've been with a guy for, 15 years, right? Oftentimes you know what he likes and what he dislikes.
Right.
When you're planning things, my man's not gonna like this, I'm not gonna do it, blah 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 blah. And so you can go for a long period in your life where you're not being told no, because you know what he likes, what he dislikes, you know where he wants you to take charge, where you're gonna leave him to take charge, and all these different nuances in a relationship. So I don't believe that. I don't believe in that premise that a woman needs to be told no. Nah.
Right.
Look, we're both. If it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, it don't make sense. And if it don't make sense, I expect you to know this don't make sense. So then I won't have to come and tell you no.
Right. X, give us the wisdom of a 50-year-old man.
Yeah, let's hear it, X.
Yeah, I agree with Dre on that last one. When we're talking about, this is the whole thing with women not being able to walk over you, right?
Yeah.
If you don't want a woman walking over you and being a yes man, a lot of times, like I said, I'm a Taurian, so I'm from Venus. I have that Venetian.
You agree with Dre or you agree with me? I'm lost.
Dre.
Wait. What did you say again?
What's your thoughts on it? I said, you got to tell a woman no sometimes. And he says, when y'all are on the same accord, nobody's going to ask for anything outlandish.
I'm sort of in the middle. I agree with both of y'all because I'm a guy that I fight, but I'm not a fighter. I'm not a fighter. I don't like to fight. And women always take that as, I can control him. And if they do that she thinks is so bad, he's really a chump. And guys don't tell women he's a chump, but we know it. Because when we whip him out, then she'll know, but I just like to be easy. But some women just like to run the show. And I am from a family of women. I have more women in my family and they're strong women. So I let women do what they do sometimes. But if she goes overbound or overboard, I will let her know. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Like this one woman, she wants me to run her around everywhere, but she don't ever want to give up the yoni. She wants to give up the yoni every 3 months.
You got to put her on the Kevin Samuels though.
Like or in the hood term, she don't want to be on a meat plan, but she want to be ran everywhere. Get out of here with all of that. All the time. Like, come on. So I just stopped doing it. So you had women like that. I'd rather walk away than not say anything. So I'm kind of in the middle of both of y'all. It depends on where you at. I don't like to fight.
Right.
And be arguing with you because that messes up the whole relationship. And then that whole thing, like me being able to do it, I won't be able to do it because I'm not attracted to you no more. So I'm always trying to keep that balance of attraction. If I'm fighting with you, I'm not going to be attracted to you. I'm just not.
So if you're in love with a person, right?
Yes.
If you're in love with a person, the idea of walking over you will never enter that person's mind. Because love is when I care for you, right? And I care for your well-being. When a person's walking over you, that person only cares about themselves. And so they're doing whatever they want, however they want, no matter how you feel or what you want, they're just doing them. And when you're in a loving relationship, that doesn't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, this goes to the nuances that you talk about. It depends on how the person feels because people don't even know when they're being wrong.
Right.
Because they've been so messed up in their life and they actually need help. So people don't always know that they're doing it, I think.
Yeah,
right.
I stay away from crazies.
That's where communication comes in.
Facts.
True.
Facts.
True.
A lot
so
of
good luck.
Mental health. Man.
Mental health.
Say that again.
A lot of people need mental health counseling, man.
Absolutely.
Because what you're saying is 100% right, Dre. You shouldn't feel that way if you're in love with someone. You just shouldn't. It should be balanced. It should be this. We're on the same accord. Everything is
Right.
good. It's not always like that.
Everybody need therapy.
Everybody. Even if they don't feel like they do, it's always okay to talk to someone.
Yeah. Soon
Only
as
the
I could
Fauci
afford
man.
it, soon as I could get it, I'm gonna afford it. I'm gonna get it.
Only
They
the
have
Fauci
free.
man.
There's
Only
free
the Fauci
therapy.
man.
Really?
Yeah.
Only the Fauci man need therapy, Dre said.
Nah. Well, my little Fauci man will be just fine.
Word. Yo, Renee has the most amazing son. He's an artist. He's
Thank you.
such a beautiful spirit.
How old
So
is
Renee,
Amazing kid. She's an amazing mom too.
Nice.
Thank
Renee.
you. Yes, yes.
let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So
Dre.
you
Go
you
ahead.
you meet this guy, right? And
Any
this
guy?
guy, well, whatever, a guy. You meet a guy, and this guy is loving to you, caring to you, and the one thing you do that he's like, yo, could you not do this? And you like him, he like you, right? The
Yeah.
one thing, let's say he says, you know what, honey, I don't want you to eat pork. Would you give up the pork for the guy?
I mean, I
Damn,
like my
you
bacon.
like pork that much?
I like my bacon. No, I mean,
You
But
ever
that's
had-
also
If he
controlling
Muslim,
too.
right,
That's also
it's-
controlling
right.
too. To want
What do you
somebody
mean?
to
because
want a
I'm
woman to
supposed
change
to
for
love
you.
you,
Right. And vice versa.
despite. I don't want to
Yeah.
change. I've been in too many situations where the man wanted to
Because
be
one change
me.
becomes two changes, two
Right.
changes becomes three.
Then
What
I'm
you
no
say about
longer
that, X?
me.
I had a woman like that she ate all of this stuff, and she's a very nice woman, but she just didn't eat it when or if she ate it, she made sure she brushed her teeth, or she didn't eat
Right,
it.
like
so that we
I
were gonna
won't eat
make
it
out.
around you.
We're gonna make out and all of that. She's not gonna do that. But when she's
Right.
mad at me, she'll eat hella pork. I'm like, you are so
No,
crazy.
that's
Like something's wrong with you. Right?
So-
You bothered today.
You guys do understand that we're always changing, right?
ever changing.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So I don't understand the idea then where I shouldn't change for him or her because one change equals two change, then I'm not me. You're changing because the two are becoming one. The
They
two
have to
cannot-
want
Ray,
to
let me
do
ask
it.
you a question. You meet a girl
Yeah,
and you love everything about her,
yes.
and she's like, yo, Dre, I love everything about you, but I need you to love my puppy the way you love me.
This nigga here.
You need to love my puppy, Dre. These animals are beautiful. You need to stop
yeah.
eating meat, Dre.
He's asking me this because he know I don't like animals. So
The
here's the
puppy.
deal. Here's the deal. So this is kind of different, right? So
Never.
I'm gonna
Never.
explain. Can I explain? Can I explain
Yeah.
why it's different? It's different because
Yeah.
a puppy is not her. Like we're talking about the person changing something about them.
Well, pork
Like
is
if-
not her too.
She's the one eating the pork. What are you talking about?
It's a choice.
Listen, a puppy is not you.
Right. And so what I'm saying, I'm not asking you to change the puppy. I'm asking you to change you. You're asking me to tell her to give up something she got. And I told you already, if I don't like animals, right? And the woman has an animal, like if an animal is a non-negotiable and the woman has an animal, we're not gonna get far enough for me to make this ultimatum. Because I'm not gonna go to your house because you got this big ass dog. And she's gonna want to know why you never come over. Because you got a big ass dog and I don't like dogs. So
She can't put him up.
She's gonna need to know, okay, so fine. I'm gonna put him up so you could come over. No problem. And if we keep doing this negotiating, that she changed. I didn't ask her to change.
You love everything about her, Dre. Everything.
Yes, about her, not the dog.
Exactly the point. You don't ask people to change. You make them, you give them information and you hope that they change on their own.
Take them
I'm
as
gonna
they
ask
come.
you. I'm gonna ask you. Stop eating that pork.
The last woman I was with in 2019, she lives in the Netherlands. She don't like cats, so my cat had to go to my son's lady's house for 2 weeks.
See, look at that. You say your son did what?
My son's lady's
Compromise. That's compromise, though. That's
Wait.
not
You said
completely stop.
Word.
What you said? Your son did what?
He had to go
The
to
cat
the
had to
cat.
go to my son's lady's house. They had to go to my son's house.
Hell yeah. Okay, so I'm glad you said compromise. Compromise is giving up that pork. Oh, that's all I'm saying. Give up that pork.
Compromise.
Anyway.
And this was another beautiful.
I'm open to compromise, but don't just tell me to. Yeah, like, can you just stop that? All right.
Stop eating that pork, girl.
This was another beautiful episode of Gwan. You done know the world's best podcast ever. Thank you, X. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, Dre.
You guys, this episode was great. This episode.
Fire. More fire. All right. Later, guys.
Blessing and peace.
All right. Have a good one.
Well, guys, thank you for listening to another episode of the Wagwan podcast.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, we are already on YouTube. If you don't know, now you know for the second time. Please like, subscribe, share our videos, spread the word, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Yes. And if you want us to talk about something that you want to hear about, you could email us at wagwanpodcast@gmail.com. WAHGWAN podcast@gmail.com. We're also on Instagram and we're on all your other favorite platforms. That's Apple, Google, Spreaker, SoundCloud, whatever you want. We got it. Listen in.